record that dates back to her time as district attorney of San Francisco, when a job training program she oversaw called Back on Track was blamed for allowing a 20-year-old illegal immigrant from Honduras, arrested for 2 previous crimes, to stay out of prison, later convicted in the brutal attack of a young woman, Amanda Kiefer, who says she now supports Donald Trump.
Wow. Yeah, that'd make you support Donald Trump when you see that the policies are allowing illegal immigrants to even be in a job training program. They're training an illegal immigrant for employment in the United States. And at the same time, he's over here committing crimes. We need to shut down that kind of stuff. We have American citizens who need to be in job training. And if it's being taken up by illegal immigrants, even one, that's too many.
Telling ABC News if people who committed crimes were allowed to stay out of prison to train for jobs they couldn't legally hold, I think most Americans would disapprove of that.
We absolutely would. I don't think there are any Americans who want to put immigrants in front of American citizens. That's the reason we have different countries. And Kamala Harris knows that.
Later, as Attorney General of California, she came under fire when Kate Steinle was shot and killed while walking with her father in San Francisco in 2015.
Can you imagine out for a walk with your dad? And what would even make an illegal immigrant? Didn't sound like he said a robbery, but just to shoot somebody and you're in a country illegally. What kind of person? I mean, damn. If I went to another country and I was looking for growth and economic prosperity and advancement, I don't think I'd be over there committing crimes and killing people. What was in that guy's head?
Voted in favor of deadly sanctuary cities where you protect the criminals at all costs?
As a U.S. Senator, Kamala Harris defended her state's sanctuary policies.
And I don't believe that the Democrats are really into trying to elevate the immigrants above the citizens of the United States. I don't believe that. I believe that they're just trying to give them citizenship so that they're have as many opportunities and are equal to apply for whatever we can apply for and qualify for just by being presently in the United States. I think they're just trying to roll back. Once you're physically here, I think they're just pretty much surrendering and allowing you to, because of your presence, the opportunities that any American would get, including driver's license,
which we asked her about in 2018.
California voters have made a decision about what they want, and the will of California voters should be supported.
More,
meaning they voted me in, and I'm gonna give them what I give them, and that's because of the voters. But the voters don't see. If we can understand one thing and extract one thing out of her, is she's not an open book, and she's not very honest. So we're going to have to really watch Kamala Harris, and she's being guided by Democrats who conflict with her original national platform. Her national platform originally was when she ran in 2020, and it didn't do very well. She was among the first to exit the race. I think she exited in early December. So obviously her policies weren't on fire or things that people were just clamoring for. I don't know what she meant by that statement in California, but to me, she's been barely making it by on the skin of her teeth. And I think the time has come where it's not going to go any further than this. If anybody is a Kamala supporter and they want to see her do good, the best thing or the best message we could get out to her is to quit lying, start telling the truth, and that might even mean going against the Democratic Party. I don't know if they can take her at this point and get her out of there, or if they got to start listening to her, because right now she's not orchestrating this at all, and it's becoming pretty obvious. She's gonna get exposed in subsequent and upcoming interviews.
Recently, as the number of undocumented immigrants showing up at the U.S. border started to skyrocket, President Biden tasked her with improving the situation.
And see, that's the word right there, improving the situation. How can you improve a situation when you're not given bullets in your gun? You are down there to study the issue, find out what the root cause of it is what I was being told. Now to make it better. She wasn't sent down there to make it better. And with her coming up from VP to president that this is not going to help her. She needed something strong that she can run on, and immigration isn't going to help her at all. That's unfortunate too, but that's going to harm her a lot.
Her efforts focused on the root causes of migration, though she was widely criticized for not visiting the U.S. southern border.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
Yeah, just point blank in the middle of an interview, get caught in a lie. I've been to the border, or we've been to. Come on. You can't just lie, and then Lester Holt, who's friendly, that's friendly fire. He likes you. And you can't even get through that interview. He's throwing underhand pitches. You're in a lot of trouble when these interviews come up because they are not going to be kind at all.
But in the last several months, the Biden administration has cracked down with much stricter policies about who can ask for asylum in this country.
See? Why would he wait until so many of the illegals have come through and now all of a sudden who can allow? But initially the floodgates were open until we started getting more into this election season and they started to curtail it, which means that as soon as this election's over, what do you think we're going to see? A more closed border or a more open border? And Kamala's being slick by saying, if they bring that legislation back, I will sign it into law. Well, it didn't get signed into law the first time because you didn't have the support, and you claimed Donald Trump torpedoed it or whatever he did from the outside of the White House. So it's a pretty good chance that that might happen again. So what is your guarantee that you have the power to do to stop that? So what is your guarantee that you have the power to do to stop that illegal immigration issue we have at the border?
Credited for a sharp drop in illegal crossings.
It's down by 55%.
Yeah, and if it was up by 55%, it was because of your current administration.
Not because of Republicans in Congress and what they did. It's because of what this president and this vice president did.
They raised it up and then lowered it back down. And Jane Pierre is up there bragging about it. I mean, that's about as dumb as you can get.
Vice President Harris riding a wave of momentum for now, with experts predicting as the honeymoon winds down, the attacks on her record will ramp up. I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
They absolutely will. Kamala Harris doesn't have a plan for the border because they haven't given it to her. Her plan for the border currently is to let as many illegal immigration folks in as you can, because you're trying to accommodate the chicken factories and warehouses and plants in the United States with these businesses that are waiting to employ them. They got jobs waiting. They really do. And they need to just say that. If that's what it is we're trying to do, say it. And then you'll have people voting with a clear and open mind as opposed to tricking them into it. I need to know what you guys think about this. This immigration issue is going to be, in my opinion, the thing that's going to kill her opportunity going to the White House. Absolutely no way with the record that the Biden administration and with her, but why would he put her over the border? That is the one thing that's going to harm her the most, because he put her over the one thing that is the biggest issue. And I think it's going to hurt her. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.